Good morning children. Today let us start a new chapter, chapter 7, decimal numbers. Okay children, today let us start a new chapter, chapter 7, decimal numbers. Okay children. Children, in your daily life, you must have come across certain numbers which do have point in them, isn't it? For example, the price of a soap is rupees 36 rupees 50 pice. Rupees 36 rupees 50 pice. Similarly, the price of a sharpener is rupees 475. Okay, children, rupees 4.75. So, such numbers which do have point in them are called decimal numbers. The numbers which uses decimal point for their representation are called decimal numbers. Did you understand children? You must have come across such numbers, isn't it? In your daily life, you must have come across such numbers. These numbers will be having points in them. So the numbers which uses decimal point for their representation are called decimal numbers. Okay children? The numbers which use decimal point for their representation are called decimal numbers. Okay children. For example, 1.2, 3.6, 4.5, 9.8. So, all these are called decimal numbers because they are having point in them. Okay children? All these numbers are called decimal numbers because they are having point in them. Did you understand children? The numbers which use decimal point for their representation are called decimal numbers. So, the numbers which use decimal point for their representation are called decimal numbers. For example, 1.2, 3.4, 4.6, 7.8, all these are called decimal numbers. So, a decimal number is a combination of three parts. A decimal number is a combination of three parts. So, one is whole number part. Second one, decimal part. And third one is decimal point. Okay children? A decimal number is a combination of three parts. So the first one is whole number part, decimal part and the decimal point. For example, in the number 13.71, in the number 13.71, 13 is called whole number part. Okay children? For example, in the number 13.71, 13 is called whole number part. 71 is called decimal part. 7 is called decimal part. 7 is called decimal part. And this point is called the decimal point. And the point in middle of them is called the decimal point. Did you understand, children? In the number 13.71, 13 is called the whole number part, 71 is called the decimal part, and the point is called the decimal point. Okay, children? The number 13.71 is read as 13. This number is read as 13.7 and 1. 13.7 and 1. You have to read it as 13.7 and 1. You should not combine and read it as 71. Okay, children, you should not combine it and read it as 71. You should read it as 7 and 1. The number after the point is read as 7 and 1 and it is not read as 71. Similarly, let us try to read the next number. That is 47. So now you have to read this number as 47.63. You have to read this number as 47.63. 6 and 3. Sorry children, 47.6 and 3. You should not combine and read this number. You should read them separately. You should read the numbers after the point separately. Okay children, 47.6 and 3. Okay children. So this is the way of reading a decimal number. Let us take one more number. Okay children, 300. So now let us read this number. This number is read as 345.7 and 2. 7 and 2. Did you understand children? You have to read the last two numbers separately. That means you have to read the numbers after the point separately. You have to read them as 7 and 2. Okay children? So here you have to remember one more point, that is any fraction can be represented as decimal number. Any fraction can be represented as a decimal number. Decimal number. Any fraction can be represented as decimal number. Let us see it. Okay children? Let us see it. For example, 9 by 10. 9 by 10 can be written as 0.9. So the 9 by 10 is a fraction and it can be written as a decimal number. So any fraction can be represented as a decimal number. Similarly, 27 by 100 is a fraction and it can be represented as 0.27. Okay children? Similarly, 38 by 100 is a fraction and it can be represented as a decimal as 0.38. So, any fraction can be represented as a decimal. You should remember this point. Okay children? Okay, now let us learn about the place value of decimal numbers. Now let us learn about the place value of decimal numbers. Now I have told you how to read a decimal number. So what are the parts in a decimal number? How to read a decimal number? And how a decimal number can be written as fraction. Okay children. Now let us learn about the place value of decimal numbers. Place value of decimal numbers. Place value of decimal numbers. For example, if you take a number 64.523 and let us write their places. Okay children. So tens place, ones place, then so you have to write 6 in tens place, 4 in ones place. Here we have to represent 5 in tens place. Tens place. The decimal places are tens, hundreds, thousands. So the places which are before the point to the left side of the point are whole number places, and the places which are to the right side of the point are decimal places. Did you understand children? All the places which are to the left side of the decimal point are whole number places, and the places which are to the right side of the point are decimal places. You all know the whole number places, isn't it? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, lakhs, 10 lakhs, 10 crores, 10 crores. All these are whole number places, and the decimal places are tens, hundreds and thousands. Okay children, the decimal places are tens, hundreds, thousands. So here ones means 1, tens means 10, tens means 1 by 10. Tens means 1 by 10, which show that tens place is smaller than ones place, and hundreds place is 1 by hundreds. Hundreds place is 1 by 100, and the thousands place is 1 by 1000. These places show that these values are less than 1. These places show that the places of the decimals show that they are less than 1. So 1 by 10 means it is less than ones place. 1 by hundreds means it is less than tens place, and 1 by thousands means it is less than hundreds place. So as we are moving to the right side of the place value chart, the values decreases. As we move to the right side of the place value chart, the values go on decreases. Here also the values are decreasing. 1 by 10 is smaller, 1 by 100 is smaller than 1 by 10, 1 by 1000 is more smaller than 1 by 100. Okay children, so as we are moving to the right side of the place value chart, the values decrease, and as we move to the left side of the place value chart, the place values increase. Here the place value is decreasing 10 times as we move to the right side, and the place value is increasing 10 times as we move to the left side. Did you understand children? The place values increases as we move to the right side, and the place values increase as we move to the left side. It increases by 10 times as we move to the left, and it decreases by 10 times as we move to the right. So tens place is smaller, and 1 by 100s place is more smaller than tens place, and 1 by thousands place is more smaller than 1 by hundreds place. Okay children. So the decimal values, the place values decrease. So 5 tens, 2 hundreds and 3 thousandths. Now let us write down the place value of 6. The place value of 6 is 60, because 6 is in tens place, so the place value of 6 is 60. Similarly, the place value of 4 is 4 because it is in ones place. The place value of 4 is 4 because it is in ones place. So the place value of 5, which is in the decimal place, which is after the decimal point. The place value of 5, which is in the decimal place and it is after the decimal point. So its place value is 5 by 10 because it is in tens place. Its place value is 5 by 10. Similarly, the place value of 2, which is in hundreds place, the place value is 2 by 100. The place value is 2 by 100. And the place value of 3 in thousandths place is 3 by 1000. Did you understand, children? So as we move to the right side, the place values decrease by 10 times. As we move to the left side, the place values increase by 10 times. This is about the place value chart. Did you understand, children? Now let us do the practice zone 1 in page number 93. Okay, children? Did you understand, children? This is the way of representing the number in the place value chart. This is the way of representing a decimal number in the place value chart. Now let us do the practice zone 1. Practice zone 1, page 93. Textbook. Practice zone 1 in page number 93. Textbook. Write the place value of underlined digits. So here we have to write down the place value of underlined digits. Write the place value of underlined digits. Okay, children. Now you have to write down the place values of the digits which are underlined. Okay, children. So let us do the A sum. 50.012. Here we have to write down the place value of 2. Okay, children. 2 is in which place? This is 1 by 10's place. This is 1 by 100's place. And this is 1 by 1000's place. 2 is in 1 by 1000's place. So its place value will be 2 by 1000. Did you understand, children? 2 is in 1000's place. So its place value is 2 by 1000. Now let us do the B sum. 210.136. So now we have to write down the place value of 1. So 1 by 10, 1 by 100, 1 by 1000. So 1 is in 10th place. So its place value is 1 by 10th. This is 10th place. This is 100th place. This is 1000th place. Okay, children. The decimal places will have THS after their spelling. Okay, children. Tens. TE and THS. Tens. Hundreds. HUNDREDTHS. Hundreds. Next, thousands. Thousands. Okay, children. All the decimal places will have THS after their name. Okay, children. So, did you understand, children, how to write down the place value? So, I have done A and B sums. Okay, children. I have done A and B sums. You do the C and D sums for homework. Okay, children. In practice zone 1, I have done A, B sums. You do the CD sums for homework. What you have to do? You simply have to write down the place values for the underlined digits. I have done 2 sums. You do the other 2 sums for homework. Okay, children. That's all for today's class. Okay, bye.